all.
Pretty soon, we're going to have a non-white here. Just...
We tried that a bunch of times.
I feel like I'm like one day in the sun away from being non-white. What do you think? Maybe.
I don't know, you're tan.
Pretty non-white.
Oh, look at me. Look at my tan.
Look at my
I get outside. I do activities.
I'm Italian.
Are you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Chill Beats to study too.
It's the Wii shopping channel, Lo-Fi.
Oh yeah.
Badass.
Hey, it's the God Awful Gospel Hour. It's a very special episode because it's the season 3 premiere. We're chilling. We're having a cool chill time today.
We got Deshani. We got Joshua. We got Christopher. We got Hanith. We're making fun of the girl from Acolyte because her name is Amandala. She's an unnecessary letter.
Yeah.
And I want to do a skit of like the black mom in the hospital filling out the birth certificate. It's Amandala. Amanda? No. What the fuck did I just say? Amandala.
Amandala.
The doctor's like, I don't know what to do here. Where does the L? Is it? So my name is apostrophe D. Joshua.
That sounds kind of Italian.
Joshua.
Joshua, yeah. Amandala?
Amandala.
Yeah.
Hey, Amandala, you think you're scary?
Yeah.
Because that's what Italians call paschetti. Paschetti.
Oh, damn, I didn't know
You think
spoke
it's scary?
Italian. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Those would be good names for our Streets of Rage 6th Street characters. Hanith and Joshua.
Hanith. I like Hanith.
We're gonna
Ooh,
go.
that's a very pretty image.
This music's making me pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
It's making me soft. I was hard and now I'm soft.
You walked in here hard as a rock. I could tell.
Yeah.
Just rolled
That's why I
in.
wear
Just
shorts.
trying to find water. I'm trying to find water with my divining rod. Heath and I have been standing around in front of Mothership every once in a while trying to get into the mic. So next time we're gonna have somebody take a picture like this, so we look like Double Dragon or Streets of, because 6th Street. If somebody made one of those games,
Yeah,
like
6th Street is the street that you fight on.
yeah,
Like in Double Dragon.
Streets
so
of
much
Rage,
cooler.
River City
boners.
Ransom,
Six Streets of
Yeah.
Rage
Yeah.
and Boners. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to beat up all of the meth town heroin people.
Oh, it would be hard.
Yeah.
What percentage of people do you think that you could beat up on 6th Street? What's the what
On a good day, do
Yeah.
I get to train? How much
99,
time do I get to-
99.99. Unless you include the mothership, then those
sober,
guys are
you
cool.
can beat up.
Then you
Yeah,
can,
sober,
yeah.
you can beat up anybody that's not sober, pretty much.
I don't
We're
believe
like
that.
super compared to them.
Yeah. Well,
I think Conor McGregor on all the things can still kick my ass,
man.
He
I haven't
even if he can't stand up.
Yeah. His legs tied together, his arms tied together, he could still beat the shit out of me
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. I haven't seen any movies, but I just watched the new Roadhouse. Like, I don't know how.
So the new Roadhouse is a movie, right? It's
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
And Conor McGregor.
Oh yeah, Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Is he any
Yeah.
good in that movie?
I mean, what do you mean by good?
Like
Connor, not
nothing-
Ewan
Or is
McGregor.
he just Conor McGregor?
He's just Conor McGregor. Nothing about that movie is good at all.
The Florida Keys are awesome.
Well, I mean, the
setting-
the
the setting
location.
Is that a band?
Fuck up the
Location
setting.
is
that a band?
Yeah, the Florida Keys. Yeah, yeah. They broke off from
The Black Florida Keys.
the Black.
Lots of steel drums in their music.
Oh man, yeah. No, it was a terrible movie.
How have you guys been doing? We haven't all
It's
been
mumble
together
rap to steel drums.
since August.
Yeah, it's been so. It's October now. It is no longer August. It's now
It's still hot
October.
as fuck though.
It's still in the 90s. It's
Yeah.
miserable.
Yeah.
But it came late this year because June and July was nice and cool and rainy for quite some time.
Must
Yeah.
be nice to come late. Must be nice
In
for
Japan.
that to happen for you.
Donnie's bragging once again. He comes late.
Yeah, but it's like when she's already left.
It's
Yeah.
Oh,
oh man.
Finally, she's gone.
I can finally come. She's out of here.
yeah. Yeah, so but both of you guys, well, Chris had to travel and go be a boss, kind of, and make inappropriate comments to his employees and maybe get me too'd and get canceled.
I told people that I didn't believe in. I told the whole company I didn't believe in bisexuality.
He got to Kim Jong-un his employees. He was like, laugh now.
Yeah, you laugh at that joke. Bitch. You laugh now, and
there goes your bonus.
No one thought it was funny, and no one likes me at my job anymore.
They already.
I love it when people tell me that people hate them now. Oh, I have some good news. Remember the guy that yelled at me? The guy, this
did he die?
Cigarette guy?
Yeah.
He got fired.
Oh,
he did.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Nice.
A lot of time to smoke cigarettes now.
Yeah.
Well, he so last
he's gonna
Wednesday,
die if he didn't stop smoking cigarettes, right? He had like a surgery.
He quit smoking.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, but he's not gonna be able to afford the surgery now.
Just text him and be like, you don't have a job. You start smoking again.
On Wednesday, I got into it with him because
this is recent.
Yeah, he got fired like Friday.
Oh shit!
So on Wednesday, they have this thing where they gave like free chicken fried steak to like all the customers, and there was just a shitload of people there. Sweet. And it was super busy. And
they're trying to kill y'all. Take a smoke break. Have a chicken fried steak. Yeah, here's some donuts.
We have radios, and so like the guys at the counter, like they'll ring the guy up, and then if they have like stuff to pick up in the back, they radio. Well, this guy shows up with a receipt, and nobody radioed me, so I'm like, what the fuck? So this guy has to wait for me to go get the thing and all, and the guy Brian, the manager, I said, hey, nobody radioed for this. Can you like tell them they need to use the radio? And he said some smart ass shit, and I was just like just tell them to use the radio. It's not a big deal. And he was like, oh, which order was it? Oh yeah, they radioed like 15 minutes ago. I was like, well, I was standing right next to the radio and I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
And he was just like, well, I heard it. I was like, well, I didn't. He's like, are you calling me a liar? Like that kind of shit. And he started like fucking yelling at me.
Calling yourself a liar.
So I was like, dude, fuck you.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? I said, fuck you, dude. You're just yelling at me for no reason.
Yeah, calm down.
Like, you're acting like a little kid. And then he called me a fat piece of shit.
Whoa.
He said, you're a fat, lazy piece of shit. I was like, I'm going home. And luckily I didn't. I just clocked out and went on lunch and calmed down.
Yeah.
And he got fired the next day for something unrelated.
What was the unrelated thing? Calling someone else a fat piece of shit.
Dude, he was always like getting into confrontations with people, and the warehouse manager he's the branch manager. The warehouse manager got a text or something saying his toilet was overflowing, and he said, hey, I gotta go home. My plumbing, there's something wrong with my plumbing. And he was like giving him shit for it, and like the big manager that's over like the whole everything heard it, and he fired him because he was being a dick about it or something.
Whoa. Wait, so he got fired for going home to fix his toilet?
No, the other guy got fired for not letting him, for like being like, "Why? Oh, you're gonna take Friday off too," and like all this shit.
Yeah. Wow.
It's a good deal out.
That's a good update.
Yeah. And I went to work today, and I was like, dude, this is the first day in a while I had a good day at work.
Yeah.
And I realized everything that negative I associated with that job was just that one guy. So I had a great day.
Dude, when you have, and he was your boss.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like when you have a shitty boss, man, there's nothing worse than having to go to work every day and be like, what's going to happen today with this piece of shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had this guy named.
You don't even want to get out of bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet a lot of your employees are like
Yeah. I had a boss where the front door handle of the building felt like it had a current running through it.
Yeah.
Like I'd get to the building and be like, I don't fucking want to touch this. This means torture. As soon as I open this door.
Yeah.
I just didn't even want to go near it.
Oh, by the way, he was one of the best bosses I've ever had.
I had this boss named Bob Sweat. That was his name.
Hell yeah.
Dropping everybody dimes.
Dude. And this dude.
Oh, yeah, BS. We remember him.
Yeah, good old BS. And he was it was like 2004. It was right after we invaded Iraq. And one day he comes in and he's like, man, that Donald Rumsfeld, when he speaks, it just makes me feel a great sense of patriotism. And I was like, okay, Bob. Like,
Huge
what?
Arnold Palmer dick.
Yeah. I was like, okay, man, whatever.
Everybody loves it.
And he's like, whatever. He's like, I served for this country. And I'm like, last week you told me that you robbed a liquor store and the judge told you either
that was
go into the service
Or go to jail.
or you go to jail. I'm not sure that And he's like, you don't ever call out my service. And I was like, oh shit. Like we're like getting into it in the office. I'm like a 25-year-old
a stolen
kid.
valor word for that of like
defaulting
to the
Borrowed
because
borrowed
you're gonna
valor.
Borrowed valor.
jail or military. Cool.
Yeah. No, what would be the right term for that? Like it's
almost like stolen valor,
It's
but it's
MP.
like
You
not
basically put yourself
stolen.
in military
It's-
prison.
Yeah.
I would say
It's military prison.
I would say borrowed
borrowed
valor.
Yeah.
borrowed valor. Yeah, maybe borrowed valor is
That
right.
reminds me, whenever I was in high school, or whenever I was a kid, they had a thing where if you got in trouble with like the law, you had to go to teen court.
Oh yeah.
And so, everybody would have their cases, and then the jury would be like 6 kids who were also in teen court with you, and they had to decide what your punishment was going to be, like
Your
how
peers.
severe. They like hear the case and all that kind of stuff.
The people that peer pressure you, your peers.
And a few, then like we were getting to the point where we were starting to like do like applications for college and stuff, and we kind of had like this meeting of our whole class, like the ones that were going to graduate, and they were talking about good things to put on your college resume, as far as like things that you did while you were in high school. And they're talking about community service. It was a good thing if you've done any community service. And one of the guys that I was friends with raised his head and goes, what if we did community service for teen court? And they were like, I guess you could put that on.
It doesn't count if you were forced to do
right,
it. Yeah.
right. If
All you have to do
stole
is
something
put what
or-
you did. You don't have to say teen court. You just
Yeah.
mean like picking up trash on the side of the
I mean,
highway.
I went and worked at
Yeah.
the United Way for 2 hours, and then I forged the rest of it on the same sheet of paper because it was just a little thing that the person working at the United Way wrote down. Donnie did 2 hours, and then there was like more lines underneath it, so I just took the sheet home and I did Donnie did 2 hours and put the next day's date and then wrote down the next day's date.
Right.
It's so easy to cheat on community service.
Yeah.
It was great.
I told these guys last week, but this was one of the things that came up at the work thing. We decided that we were going to do charity for 3 hours. We were going to go and package food for people who had HIV and cancer who were experiencing homelessness. And so I was like, hey, we're going to do this thing. Tomorrow we're going to do this thing. We're going to go package up this food and blah, blah, blah. And everyone was like super into it. And then that night I got drunk. And I'm like, hey, look, we're doing this thing, and I'm fine with it as long as I don't have to see anybody with HIV or cancer. And everyone was laughing, and they're like, oh, yeah, you're so funny. And then the next day when we're at their place, they're like, so are you glad that you didn't have to see anyone less fortunate than you? I'm like, God damn it. Can't I just get drunk and say a bunch of shit and not have
It's a Christmas
suffer
party every time.
any of the consequences? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm under the Christmas party rule.
I like how at some point I started hearing it. I guess I started hearing it when I was like a teenager. They're like, it lowers your inhibitions. That's just a way for people to take things that you say when you're drunk, and say, "Oh, you actually meant it,"
Right?
Yeah.
Because that's real what you really think. You
slipped
weren't
in
just
a-
joking. You weren't just being funny
Right,
because you were
right.
drunk. No,
Your
that's actually
inhibitions
what you think.
Were
yeah.
just slightly.
Yeah.
You just felt enabled to say how you really feel.
That's the
That's
real
why
world.
I live in a house where there's no alcohol allowed, but as many illegal immigrants as you want, and gay sex.
The first time I ever got drunk, I said, "I'm a werewolf. I'm on fire," and it's on video.
Really?
Badass.
That's not your.
That's
natural
badass,
self.
man.
That's the werewolf version. Do you
Wait,
think
you had the
werewolves-
first time you got drunk on video?
Yeah, when I was 17. My buddy brought a camera. We got a case of natty.
Like one of
Damn,
those-
I bet that was
one
a
of those-
heavy camera.
One of those big ass cameras, like his dad's camcorder.
had a crank.
2 words. Movie film. Do
Yeah. It was a talkie.
you think werewolves' penises turn into dog dicks?
Did you see the new
when they turn-
talkie?
Like
It's 45 minutes long. Couldn't pay attention.
Like if you're a man and you turn into a werewolf, do you get a dog dick or is it still your man
Does it
dick?
turn into a little
I
red
hope
rocket?
I hope it's a man dick.
Yeah.
Really?
otherwise it
Like
would turn up
a
and go
wolf
inside.
with a dude's dick?
Yeah.
That
That's-
might be
I-
more disturbing.
Yeah.
than,
No, I know. I like
Aren't dogs'
disturbing.
dicks bigger than people dicks?
I think humans
Like
have like
compared to body size?
No, I think humans have the biggest dick to body size ratio of almost anything.
It's a were penis.
Yeah.
That's what my wife says when I have too much whiskey. Where a penis? Where's the beef?
Where's
penis?
She gets all Asian. Where penis?
Oh, speaking of Asian, 2 Austin
get Asian
massage
too.
parlors got
Yeah.
suspected of human trafficking.
They got shut
down.
down.
Because they found
Oh.
cum in the thing, right?
Wait,
That's
which
how they
ones?
caught him
Which-
because like the all the cum in the thing like clogged up the sewer.
Oh, nice.
And that's how they found out. They're just
Really?
like, where's all this cum
There's some
coming
dudes
from?
with
Keith,
some
you
vicious
seem to have an
nut.
inside scoop on this whole
Well, I
thing.
did like a writing workshop and somebody was talking about it.
You had a skit about it.
And also, I like to
Happy
go
ending.
swimming in the sewers. And one day I was like, this isn't
There's
shit.
a lot of cum.
This is more cum than usual.
This is really-
That's what he does on Sunday nights. He's like, I got to go back into the sewers.
I mean, they can bust drug people like that, too. There's a bunch of drugs in the sewer.
Yeah.
Thank You Spa is still there next to the radio coffee.
Dude, there's so many of them. If you ever go to rubmaps.com,
Rub maps?
Yeah,
That's,
rubmaps.com.
I didn't know about that.
it's the site.
I heard
for-
a friend told
yeah.
me that Rub Maps is
I
a good
didn't
place.
know
Yeah.
about it.
I mean, I've gone to the site and looked. I haven't
Yeah.
ever utilized them. I have a friend in Houston who loves getting happy endings.
Yeah.
He
Rub
loves
Maps.
it.
This
It's
podcast
like
is
what-
brought to you by Rub Maps.
I think he does it like twice a week.
Really?
Man,
but,
I wish I'd have known about this.
But
and
they're everywhere, dude. They're in every little
2
strip
years
mall.
ago.
Yeah,
before I
dude,
got-
yeah. Any amount of time before the wife ago. I wonder. I don't actually think that there's anything morally wrong with running into one of these places and getting one rubbed out. Like,
manual release.
They don't even look at it as like a big deal. They're
No.
just like, I'm gonna go home and make dinner later. I'm not
yeah,
gonna wash my
they're like
hands.
reading a book, jerking you off. Like,
Yeah.
it's no big deal. Yeah.
Well,
Ding dong,
they're
Rob.
sex slaves is the problem.
Oh.
That's why. It's the human trafficking element of it. It's that, they just basically bring these girls over here from China in a shipping container.
Okay.
And then
Jerk me off twice if you're
Slavery
being held
is
against your
illegal.
will.
in
Donnie,
the
you're making me
United
so hard
States.
right now.
Slavery is illegal in the United States, except for prisons. So if they're in the United States, they can't be a slave.
yeah, they're
Unless they're in
legally
prison.
they're not a slave.
Unless they're in prison.
Tap my prostate twice if you're being held against your will.
Yeah, Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. It's TDLR, so it almost looks like
Well,
TLDR.
Too dong little read.
Too long,
It was
didn't read.
it was Rejuve Wellness LLC, located at 1704 San Antonio Street. That's downtown.
Rest in
Downtown,
peace.
And Bebo Spa LLC, located at 2301 West Palmer Lane. Suite D, because they're always in in a strip mall.
There's
They're
an
always in
umbrella
like
corporation.
little place.
I've never been to a massage place.
God, I was so
where-
close, but so far.
What was your happy ending thing we were talking about the other day?
What?
The skit.
Oh, it's like, I don't know if it's gonna translate well to the podcast, but here we
What has
go.
that stopped us?
Basically, so it's like a shot, like an aerial shot of like a business, and it says massage parlor, happy
Imagine,
endings,
if you will, theater of the mind.
and then it goes in, and the lady's like giving this dude a massage, and she's like, and they lived happily ever after, forever. Okay, now flip over. I'm gonna jerk you off.
That's good.
Yeah, I want to do that as a sketch, but I don't know how to.
But I
do
don't
that
know any
stuff.
Asians, so I can't do it.
I found this picture of the new camo they're using in the Ukraine.
Oh wow, look at that!
It just basically looks like bombed out buildings
Yeah.
because they're inside of a bombed out building and you can't see them.
Yeah.
So that's the new camo now, is for places that are already fucked.
They should make camo with like dead people on it, so
Yeah.
you look dead.
Yeah.
Like
Well, if it's Republicans versus Democrats civil war, we're gonna have
Ooh.
battles in the abortion clinic. So you're gonna have to get a red
They-
splatter paint.
They need to have a
yeah.
6th Street.
Yeah, Streets of Rage.
There's like a little
ignorance.
bit of like basic bitch. There's some bird shit. There's some
yeah.
people shit. There's some blood.
If you have
Yeah.
to take a Viagra to fuck your mom, you're in an erectile dysfunctional family.
That's funny.
Do you
Man.
remember the Fantastic Voyage?
Yeah, slide,
they-
slide, slippity slide.
No,
Or-
where the ship shrunk down and went inside that guy. When we had to watch
Oh
it in-
yeah, yes. That
Was
wait.
that fantastic?
No,
Inner
that-
Space was.
That was
No.
Inner Space and Osmosis Jones were the same premise.
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the first one was Fantastic Voyages from the 60s. It was like,
Okay.
come with us now on a
Yeah.
journey inside the
Yes.
human.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Magic School Bus did
Yeah,
that.
Magic
too.
School
Yeah.
Bus.
Yeah.
did it, yeah.
They need a new one.
Hey,
Time for a
get out
new
my
one.
prostate. Hey, get out of there, you fucking.
Yeah,
Hey,
they
it
need one
tickles.
with the whole ship is
God
full
damn it,
of
Miss
like,
Frizzle.
I'm married. Get out of here. I have a wife and a secretary.
Well, Dennis Quaid has a son who is the
Yeah.
main character in The Boys now, and somebody online was saying, "Hey, it's time for Inner Space 2, starring
Yeah.
his son." You know, be like the son of Dennis Quaid from the first movie.
he's tired
yeah.
of being naked.
Maybe he's back inside Martin Short.
No, they need the ship to be full of Goombas and Guidos from New York, where they're like, he's got to fuck that bitch so we can travel to his balls and go into fucking pussy because we got to escape his AIDS body.
Oh, they need to do
The
it with
whole
all.
ship is
They
full of
need to do it
jerks.
all with all women, and they just like
You don't understand the suffering from inside.
Yeah.
they're like entering the uterus. They're like, there are no rights here.
We're in
This-
Texas.
This uterus is in Texas.
Yeah.
Josh, it took you a while to make a woman joke.
Yep.
I
And
I
if
mean, you're like
5,
12 or
4
13 minutes into it. Like,
I thought you were gonna say make a woman come.
Yeah.
It took
Yeah.
you a while.
oh yeah.
Speaking of jokes, we have a new segment now called "The Mind of Josh."
Yeah.
So Josh is going to give me his phone,
Okay.
and I'm going to read one of his premises that he wrote down.
Just actually open his text messages instead.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Just start reading those.
Start texting his wife.
Yeah.
You guys are asshole. Girl versus guy saying it.
Yeah, so we were playing Slappy and Bernie and Snuffy at Bender. Were you ever there for any of that? We were
Okay.
physically abusing one another.
Oh,
Yeah.
you told me about this. Yeah.
I don't think you've ever told that story on the podcast, so go ahead and tell us about
So
Slappy.
my
and-
best friend and I were both going through a horrible breakup at the same time. Existential crisis. My life is a series of failed relationships. So
With
we
the
just
same
were,
with the same woman.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
We were
the
just
worst
on a
part.
bender every day.
Yeah.
And then we would be so hungover at work in the morning, like, fuck you. And then by noon, we'd be G-chatting each other, like, what are you doing later? And we'd end up back at Bender. But
By the way, why did you choose the fucking worst bar in the city?
because it's
for
a
that?
Virginia strip mall bar. It reminded us of
It was
back
also
home.
the closest bar to where
Yeah.
90% of us worked.
Yeah, you could drive home drunk.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And get away with it. And so we had those Pizza Hut candles.
Mm-hmm.
And I put my hand on it, and the flame went out.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is my life. You could just take the oxygen away from this. Is how love ends. I was so sad.
Man.
And it worked
Emo
because
Josh,
the
yeah.
wax was halfway up the candle. So there was a perfect amount for it not to be too close and burn your hand. And then it runs out of oxygen fast enough to go out.
Yeah.
If you give someone a different candle with it lower or higher, they'll burn the fuck out of their hand. So you use the good one to show them, and then you switch it out with one that'll burn the fuck
Yeah.
out of their
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a
yeah.
good prank.
Yeah.
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 My cousin came and tried it, and he had like a huge white slug across his whole hand for the Willie Nelson party.
Oh.
But anyway, some guys saw us doing that and playing Snuffy and Slappy and Bernie. Like if somebody passes out with the flip-flops on, you put a cigarette between their toes until
Uh-huh.
they notice
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
screaming.
Right.
Just horrible games.
Yeah.
Pushy is just push someone into traffic. That was what the Rainy Street Murderer basically does. But some strange guy came up to us and he was like, "What are you guys doing?" And we told him, and he was like, "You guys are assholes." He was all happy, and we were like, "Yeah." And then he just wanted to hang out and play Slappy. But then we had some girl come up and go, "You guys are assholes," and we were like, they both told us that in different ways.
Yeah.
For the dude, he was pumped, and for her, she was like, "Eh."
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like they're totally different than us. These crazy bitches.
All right, you want to read the next one?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Or any of the ones that are listed there.
Matt Smith's Virginia wheelchair wedding.
Oh, so you know Matt Smith. He lives out in Oak Hill. This is you guys are assholes, guys versus girls. Basically, they got married in Virginia at this beautiful event center at the bottom of a hill, and all the parking was like on the way down the hill. But they had an open bar, and I can't be around open bar for the same reason I can't be in Vegas.
Yeah.
I need the bars to close.
Right.
I need someone to tell me that it's over.
It's time to
Yeah.
go.
I
Yeah,
can't
you're
be-
done. Yeah.
I'm
Well, you
too
need a
Jewish.
constraint. You need to be constrained by money or
Yeah.
time or something.
Yeah, and I'm too Jewish. If I see open bar, I'm like, I got to get my money's worth.
Dude,
of
if you
not
went to an
having
open
paid
bar
for
in
He just
it.
turned into
Vegas,
Farva.
it'd be over.
He turns into Farva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open
Oh, yeah.
bar, dude.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
6
yeah.
schlitzes. Yeah.
So yeah, we ended up stealing the wheelchairs from the venue and taking them up to the top of the parking lot, which was atop of the hill, and racing each other down
Oh, that's fun.
into the wedding reception area.
Oh, that part's a little rough. Yeah.
And we kept. So to this day, Matt Smith's wife won't talk to me. She won't let me be around her kids. She's like, I don't want them to get overstimulated
Wow.
because I ruined her wedding by having an awesome time and having cool races. My bad. Sorry for partying at. I think that's where. Sorry for
I'm
partying.
sorry for
at the
partying.
party.
I'm
your
sorry
party,
for partying at your wedding. Yeah.
At your party at the
Yeah.
reception.
Yeah. Yeah, she sounds terrible.
We weren't
You're
received
better
very
off.
well at the reception. We weren't receptive. They were not receptive.
They were not receptive.
to our
They were not
behavior.
receptive to that behavior.
Okay, Heath,
Are we doing them in order?
just whichever one you want.
Whoever tickles you. fancy.
I'm gonna do the one you. Actually, I like this one. Tantric orgasming into yourself is gay.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Sting brags about that he fucks his wife for hours and hours because they do tantra.
Yeah.
And you just orgasm within yourself,
Yeah.
but then you came into a dude, so you're gay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's very gay.
Yeah, that's pretty gay. Yeah.
Dude, orgasms aren't belly buttons. You don't have an innie or an outie.
Who wants to orgasm for hours though? Like I don't want to.
Again, what am I made of minutes over here? I
Yeah.
got things to do.
I got things to do.
The best part of having an orgasm is going to sleep afterwards.
Right.
I just want to get to the sleep part.
Yeah.
Telling her
I
to
want
leave.
to have an orgasm quickly and without touching it.
That's probably the best way. You should go to the thank you spa on Clawson. And
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All their pipes are clogged up with cum. I
Just-
can't do that.
Just go to rubmaps.com.
Yeah.
Every day I wake up and I smell toast.
No, every day I wake up and half of my body doesn't seem to work because I've slept on one side, and like one of my eyes is stuck shut, and I'm trying to get out of bed and shit doesn't work and it hurts, and then I smell toast and I'm like, I'm having a stroke. My left side doesn't work. I smell toast, and then I go in the bathroom and like shake it off, and my left side works, and I go downstairs and my wife's making toast for breakfast. And I'm like, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not having
I was going to ask you,
stroke.
do you think you actually maybe have had a stroke or?
I think I'm always having a stroke. That's my secret. That's my Hulk secret. I'm always stroking out to some degree. That's why I need glasses.
Can I do another one? I think, okay.
Can I weave one of mine in between his every now and then?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do
Jump
his,
ball.
and I'll do the next one.
one. I'm a single mom to a disabled badass kid. Well, that never happened.
This is an r/Austin post.
Oh, okay.
Badass kid.
And for once, I have Saturday night off. If anyone would like to come see Artemis at Emo's this Saturday, I have an extra ticket, and I'm dying to get out of the house.
Just throwing out a Hail Mary.
Throwing out a hell. Oh, that's the okay. Yeah.
So she seemed like a nice girl most of the way through that, except for when she called her disabled kid badass.
Right.
Then I was because she like got choked up when she said, "I have a disabled child." If you have to tell everybody that your disabled child.
What if she was like stifling a laugh? I was like, I have a badass.
Well, I read that other one about the stabbing at the school to my wife, and she was like, "What a dumb bitch." And I was like, "Oh, honey, nowhere in there did it say it was a woman. You just, from the words of the comment of her making her suffering exaggerated, assumed, as I did, that it was a girl." Because she was like, "Most horrifying day of my life. I had to wait an hour to pick up my kiddo." That's another one. Badass disabled or kiddo. Kiddo's the worst. When people post about their kids and say kiddo.
Dude. So do you mind if I mix this in because it reminds me of this?
No, yeah.
I have this lady sent me an email because I'm still involved with the Boy Scouts for some reason.
We don't know the reason.
I need a talking stick.
Hi, Chris. I have a 7th grade boy named, I'm not going to say his name, but it's something ridiculous. I'll show it all to you.
Lenas.
It's badass.
Who
His
will
name is
soon
badass.
be 13 and is interested in Boy Scouts. We have checked out one other troop and are looking for the best fit. He's in cross country, theater, and choir at a middle school.
Well,
Kiddo.
he should fit in at any Boy Scout.
And a cool architecture class. Not just an architecture class, a cool one.
Badass.
He used to be in a 4-day Waldorf school, which allowed him to go to Natureversity, a children's wilderness school, on Fridays.
That's fake.
He misses Natureversity and would love to be with a group of devoted nature buffs again. We are a co-parenting family with both homes close to the church.
Jesus
We're
Christ.
non-denominational, spiritual, and health-oriented folks. Thanks so much. My reply,
So-
Date you or
fuck
you?
off.
So I actually run a thing called Natureversity for kids, and a lot of people think that it's Nature University, but it's not. It's Nature Adversity, and basically
Learned it's fucking hot in Texas.
I leave them in the wilderness.
You want to learn to be a man?
Drive them into the middle of the
Charge the
woods.
None
Get
of
the
them-
fuck out of my car.
None of them have made it back. It's been weeks.
You charge the parents $5,000 to just drive and kick people out of a car and
Yeah,
go home and go have a beer.
Heath, can I give my kid your phone number? I want to sign him up for that. That sounds pretty
You got to
good.
Chet Hanks him.
You're the first person.
You're
You're literally the first person I've ever had ask me if their kid could, if you could give me your kid's phone number or your kid my phone number.
Well, I'll give you his phone number. You could reach out on your own time. You'd be like, "Hey, your dad."
Hey, what are you doing later? You sure or mature for your age?
Dude, you should totally do that. And then Heath, you should text him, and then it's like a long con
groomers.
prank.
This
Yeah.
this
'Cause
bit
the
has
whole
gone.
thing is
This
to-
bit has gone too far. I'm shutting it down now.
Podcast experiment.
Dude, one time I was up in the upstairs and I heard him on the phone in the backyard and he's like, "I'm just a 14-year-old boy. I don't know about that." And I was like, "What the fuck's going on down here?"
Heath, what was your thing?
I got a few of them, but I watched Cocaine Bear over the weekend.
Nice.
No.
Yeah, Ray Liotta's last movie. Imagine that. I mean, that had to have killed him, right?
They need to do bath salts ostrich.
So I was like, I started reading about Ray Liotta during the movie, and he died in his sleep.
He took a Liotta drugs.
Yeah, well, he died in his sleep, and I was just thinking, man, that's the best way to go.
Yeah.
That's the way I want to go. I want to die in Ray Liotta's sleep. I don't know if this will translate well to audio,
He
but
probably has badass dreams.
I fucking hate flies. Like, I hate flies more than any other bug. Not only are they disgusting, they always look like they're plotting something. They're always like,
Yeah, rubbing their hands together.
I'm going to do 9/11. I'm going to run all the banks.
Control the weather.
I'm going to kill Jesus. You know?
Hey, here's one for you, Chris. Saying "I gotta make" for pooping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever have an old person in your family when they have to poop? They go, "I gotta make."
Yeah, I gotta make. Yeah. Why is that for me? Why? Oh, because I said I was gonna have
You
to
said
shit
you
when
were
I
gonna
came
have
over
to- you
here.
have to shit
yeah.
over here,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've never shit here before.
I got a similar one. My lady doesn't like it when I call sex making scrambled eggs.
That's an abortion.
Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, that was. I don't know if you
I don't know
guys-
how all that works. I thought that the hymen was just like a pop top, like on
Yeah.
a Pringles can.
You have no rights here. There are no rights.
Up
here.
until about a year ago.
Yeah, yeah. It's if their belly button pops out, you know that somebody's been.
You know, I told somebody when I told one of my coworkers when I found out that it wasn't like a pop tab, and I was like, "Yeah, I just found out," and he was like, "That's not what it was." So,
They had some whole
I'm not the
town
only
hall
one.
meeting of guys that thought girls couldn't pee with a tampon in.
What?
can you not?
I
mean,
didn't
can
know.
you?
There's a yeah.
That's none of my business.
It's different plumbing.
There's a lot of holes.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah,
They're all right next to each other.
Yeah, they're all down there. I still don't know which one's which.
I
but-
have never thought about whether or not you could pee with a tampon in.
I mean, well, I thought about it.
I didn't think.
What about speaking of make? Like, what about when immigrants or people not English speakers say like, "I have to make piss" or something
Yeah.
like that.
Make a
Yeah.
poop.
I gotta make shit.
Yeah.
Usually it's grandma at Thanksgiving.
Well,
it kinda
well,
makes
I
sense,
gotta
right?
make, so I'll
Yeah.
see y'all
Well,
later.
my dad had one of those really cool dad stories where they hired a Chinese lady to be a secretary to work for him, and she was talking about over the weekend her and her
became
husband
your
went to.
stepmom.
Thank you, Spa.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Sorry, shit, Donnie, that wasn't nice.
But she was talking about how she and her husband went to poo poo golf because PUTT, like she didn't know how to pronounce it, and I guess something like that is
Oh,
like in
nice.
Chinese is like poo poo
Yeah.
golf.
Yeah.
And they were telling her it was like in a meeting or whatever, and they said they kind of laughed. And they said it's putt putt. Poo poo means something else. He's like, oh, what does it mean? And they're like, well, you know, like when a dog messes, and she's like had no idea what they were talking about. Like,
Makes.
well, they were trying all kinds of things. So finally, they were like, I mean, the term for it, real term for poo poo is feces. And she goes, oh, you mean shit? It's in the middle of a meeting. Yeah.
So she said poo poo because there's no T's, but they have 7,000 characters in their language.
Yeah.
But they don't have a T.
But yeah, well, because they're all words. All the different characters are full words.
What's
All the different characters are anime.
R's and N's.
It's
It's a charging Hadouken.
something to do
It's
with
all Hadouken.
underage sex. Yeah.
All right.
Hadouken.
And finally, millions of people are creating nude images of pretty much anyone in minutes using AI bots in a nightmarish scenario.
I mean, it sounds like a dream scenario.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody spelled nightmare wrong.
There's a Ted Cruz ad with a lady and her daughter saying that somebody made AI porn of her
saw it,
daughter,
yeah.
and Ted
I was like,
Cruz.
can I
stopped
see
it.
that?
Yeah, I was like, where specifically?
Yeah, where specifically?
That's horrible. Where is it?
I need to see this
Yeah.
AI porn.
I'm gonna
of
put a
your daughter.
stop to this as soon as I jerk off to it.
As soon as I see it, it's off for good.
Show me exactly where it's located on the hard drive.
Dude, my buddy the other day, we were talking about AI, and he's like, all AI means is an Indian. Just an Indian. Everyone's talking about it like it's fancy.
Oh, do you want to hear my impression of
An Indian?
Indian casino floor boss?
Yes.
Welcome to my Indian casino. Did I do this already?
Does he interrupt himself?
Welcome to my casino. The ATM is in the lobby. No free drinks.
Do not cheat. Do not cheat. Do not steal.
That's it.
Man, that's a risky thing, just unlocking your phone and handing it to a bunch of degenerates. You know that?
Yeah.
It's risky business.
My phone has pictures of my tits on it.
Pictures of your kids?
My tits.
Your tits? Oh, can I see your phone?
Nope.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, Donnie, you don't have the big screen. I wanted to show them what Yasmin Bleeth looks like now.
I have
It's
I have
fucked up.
I have Pokemon on my iPhone.
Oh, that's
Pretty cool.
nice. Yeah,
That's pretty cool. Fucking child.
I can
Man-child.
probably force it here.
Fucking loser. What are you, a pedophile?
They're doing a
Pokemon?
speed train from Monterey to Austin, which is not going to be good because then there's going to be a bunch of Mexicans in Austin.
There's
Yeah, that'll be terrible.
The guy that
Can you
doesn't,
imagine
God
having
damn.
Mexians in Austin?
God
Oh my
damn it.
God.
the guy that doesn't.
yeah,
know
but we'll
there's
finally
one.
get donkey shows on
Yeah.
6th Street.
This is the first place I ever saw a Mexican redneck. This dude didn't have an accent, didn't speak Spanish. He was like, "Howdy." I was like, "You're brown. You have cowboy boots on and horses."
Oh, yeah.
He's a vaquero.
Dude, there's a
I used
heart.
to know a guy. Sorry, this is important.
I'm sure.
Sorry.
Sure.
No,
Mine was important,
I used
too.
to work with a guy who's a Mexican dude, but he was like light skinned, like white. You couldn't
Oh, one
really
of the good
tell.
ones.
But also but also like he obviously like grew up with a Spanish accent, but
Yeah.
he like apparently didn't like it and tried to cover it up. So he had just the weirdest fucking accent I've ever heard in my life. And so like before work, he was actually like a really funny dude. Like he would just ask like white guys, he'd be like, "Hey, you know any white girls that be dick blowing?" And he'd be like, "Why are you talking about coochie all the time? You eat coochie all the time?" I never heard anybody that talked like that. But man, he was funny.
We were talking about how all the video game girls are ugly now because they don't have representation. Speaking of ugly girls,
Yeah, so
That's
that's what
Yasmin
Yasmin Bleeth
Bleeth
from Baywatch looks like.
hey,
now.
watch.
Wait, shut the fuck up.
She's yelling at
I
her coach
would
dealer.
She's like
still
60.
smash.
Yeah, for the story, yeah. You can still say you fucked Yasmin Bleeth.
Yeah, that's true. You could say that.
I fucked Yasmin Bleeth in her prime.
No, that is
You
a
know,
coke
women's
bloat.
primes are in their 60s.
Yeah. I heard that.
That is a nasty coke bloat.
The Institute of Making Chicks Ugly in Video Games have just released
think
released a study saying that women are at their prime when they're in their 60s.
No.
Yeah.
The Imtitude, Don.
The
Yeah, the
Imtitude.
Imtitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you? Yeah.
Yeah, which ugly girl stepped up and said they deserve more representation? Because some girl would have had to say, as an ugly woman, Jesus Christ,
God
I
damn it.
zoomed in.
make it
do
stop.
that? Why'd you do that? That's not cool, man.
I don't think it's that bad.
Like black people are gonna step up and go,
You
as
guys
a
are
black
vapid and
person, I
shallow.
want more.
Y'all have had too much sex, is what it is.
We're all fucked
No
up.
one's ever accused me of that.
I have a bit. It's like I like sex probably more than all of you people because it's harder for me to do it to get people to. It's harder for me to get people to do it with me.
Journey of 1,000 miles.
Yeah, there's a.
It doesn't matter anymore. You're getting married, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's Oh, did you make enough money gambling for the wedding?
I got enough for the rings and then I quit while I was ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as she knows.
As far as she knows. Yeah.
Oh, I have
Oh,
a
are we
problem.
muted? Oh, sweet.
There was somebody on my way to work with political Halloween decorations. They had like gravestones with like J.D. Vance's.
Oh, I saw a really good one of those earlier
It's like,
today.
again, keep your views in your house.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
yard is for flowers.
Right.
I don't care which way it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to
I'm
know
with
your
you.
business.
I'm
I
with you.
disagree.
I'm walking by.
You disagree? I'm going to go check out the bumper stickers on your car right now. I want to see the political.
In this car, we believe
In this, yeah.
you got cut off.
I have a honk if you're horny.
It's all a
And
really good one. Hey, look at that. shit.
I am a single mom to a badass kid.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to-
Was he in a cool architecture class?
I
or just
voted.
a regular architecture class?
That is, huh?
Was he in a cool architecture class or just a regular one?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It was aborted.
Cool architecture. Yeah.
Sounds like me to print
Sounds
up
like a
some
total
more.
faggot.
I don't like talking about politics, like really. And if anybody tries to, I just try to say the most offensive thing.
Yeah.
The last time I printed up a bunch of I farted stickers.
If
that
anybody
looked like the I
tries to
voted.
talk to me about abortion, I just go, I think abortion should be legal. But the man who got her pregnant gets to make the call,
Yeah.
for or against.
Right.
She doesn't get a choice.
That's offensive to everybody. Yeah.
So I'm not pro-choice, but I am pro-abortion.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to vote for Kamala Harris because she's going to get rid of all the Jews.
You want a gun? Better be medicinal. You got to get a prescription for that
Yeah,
shit.
you got a prescription for a gun.
Hey
right?
doc, I've been really depressed lately. All right, take
Yeah.
one of these and call me. Just take it.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find this.
Do you think
thing.
Indian people cross their T's and dot their foreheads?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I was messing with all
Only
of
if they're
the
married.
premises last week at Indian, whatever the place is called, it's Luster Pearl. I did the whole set around like, let's hear it for the troops. So what else is going on? Blah blah, to help me remember the next thing. But it's going to be really funny when the world is burning and there's an apocalypse for stand-ups to be like, so what else is going on? And like, dogs are eating cats outside and.
Okay, here's the one I found. Check this out. They have a Trump sign, but they also have
But-
Uncle Sam flipping off and peeing on Kamala Harris.
Oh,
Is that made of Legos?
It says Skamala.
Skamala.
Yeah, Scamala maybe.
She listens to ska music.
She kind of looks a little bit like Jesus.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a
little
Jesus
bit.
thing, whatever. But
Yeah.
somebody
How do
put
they keep
that
it
in
yellow?
there.
A tank of
I just
yellow.
really don't understand. I thought the things were just to convince people to vote. Like, who's gonna look at that and be like, I should vote for Trump?
Yeah.
I don't want piss lady.
Yeah.
I'm not voting for piss lady.
I like that she's wearing a Ukraine flag.
Yeah, it's got a Ukraine flag on her shirt.
If I knew
She stands for
if I knew
Ukraine.
Kamala was getting actually pissed on by Uncle Sam, I would definitely vote for her.
Yeah. Uncle
She'll
Sam's a
do anything.
racist, man.
Yeah.
She loves
Kamala is a
America.
closet freak. Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Freak off.
She's into
freak
water
off.
sports.
She's into P Diddy freak off. Turgid
Dude,
penis.
can
That's
we
my new
just
band name.
appreciate how actually good that is? That I was able to go to Twitter and search for Uncle Sam peeing
Yeah.
and pull up the thing from Patriot Takes that I saw on my right wing Twitter feed today.
This is definitely
They're in the algorithm.
Elon's. This is Elon's Twitter.
I know, but like what
Oh, yeah, all
great
day
search that is! Like that's amazing that the search actually just came right up with it. It didn't happen on Google when I just googled
So,
Uncle Sam peeing.
Uncle
Is this
Sam peeing.
is this post pro or anti all that? I don't even know.
I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, they
Patriot
monitor and
Takes, yeah.
expose right wing extremism. So they're like,
Why
look at how horrible this is.
is
That's
That's
what
not
this thing is.
extreme.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, that's Calvin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the Chevy thing.
You know, this thing definitely isn't to convince people to vote. It's the people who are already going to vote for Trump say, hell yeah, brother.
This
when
is
they see that.
offensive. This is offensive. This shows my dear Uncle Sam with a tiny little cock.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
no,
say
yeah.
Uncle Sam barely has a fucking
He's got a
hog
little.
right
He's
there.
got a little
Yeah.
quarter-inch PVC pipe cock.
Wear penis.
Look how tall he is. He should have a hog on
He
him.
should have
Yeah.
a fucking huge.
I'm gonna
dick.
I'm
Also,
gonna
he's American.
I'm
He
gonna
needs a huge
repost
cock
this
if
from
you're
wants
American.
you.
Right.
I want to repost this
To
from the
suck his
God Awful
penis.
account. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, go to our Twitter account and check out what we're seeing.
My wife,
Uncle Sam.
every time
peeing.
she did anything dumb after having a baby, she was like, "Oh, sorry, baby brain." But then that's also what I called it when I had to get head instead of pussy when she was pregnant. I get some baby brain.
Yeah.
Trying to get brained off.
Anytime anyone tells me that they're pregnant or their wife's pregnant, my immediate reaction is like, "Oh shit, I'm," and then I immediately I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, no,
You've made a
actually,
horrible mistake.
congratulations."
Mine is immediately, fuck you, men can't get pregnant. We're pregnant. I've told you about we're pregnant
we're
before,
pregnant.
haven't I?
Yeah, yeah.
We're pregnant.
I just have a really hard time being like happy for people when they tell me that they're gonna have a kid. I'm like,
I use that whole weird thing with like
Weird wolves.
like now that I'm
Yeah.
engaged, I use that for just whatever. Whenever I do something bad,
We're
I'm
taking a shit.
I'm like,
Yeah.
we ate a whole pizza by myself.
We don't want to come to your party.
Gotta do everything with weird. Just
Dude, I
take it
can't
to the
wait.
extreme. Yeah.
She's gonna be. Everyone is gonna hate her because if I want to leave something, I'm gonna be like, dude, she just won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's getting
She's
all the
being
blame.
a
That's
Yeah.
why you
real
get
bitch
married.
about
That's
it.
one of the
Yeah,
biggest,
yeah.
best
Yeah.
reasons to get married.
Yeah.
So you can go, she doesn't feel well. We can't
Yeah.
come.
Life hack. Her pussy hurt.
It's a
Her stupid little pussy hurts.
Wife hacks.
And now we have to leave this awesome party, and you have to stop telling me about your dog.
Jesus, right before you guys started doing
Fuck.
karaoke, we had to leave right before the karaoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn it, we're gonna miss it.
God, I just wanted to keep talking to you about all that shit that I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
But her pussy hurts.
Well, sorry, we got to go.
Sorry.
We're out. You know another thing I don't believe in on top of bisexuality
She's nervous.
is human trafficking. I don't.
You don't believe in human
no, I
trafficking?
don't believe in it.
No.
I don't think. I mostly think it is a hoax. To
It's
be
called
honest.
getting outsmarted. You got fooled.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
Well, I think a lot of people are like they're like, yeah, I will do anything to get out of the current shitty situation that I'm in.
Yeah.
And then they get put in another shitty situation. It's just slightly better.
Yeah, you were outwitted by someone with a shipping container boat. And now you're dumb. And now you're a victim of trafficking.
The amount of people who get stuck in shipping container boats is very, very,
My child
very
is a
small.
badass
Very
sex
small.
trafficked baby.
I wonder how many
Goes
people
to
got
cool
caught.
architecture classes.
I wonder how many people got caught fucking in they're
Yeah.
like, well, I
Just
mean, we got
ass
like
soup.
3 days.
We're here. We're in the
Put these bunnies in the closet there because
I heard that-
multiplying.
Yeah.
Yep.
When I was
Bunnies
in
and Irish.
when I was in middle school, we went to like I might have been maybe like freshman in high school. We went to the Holocaust Museum, and they said that
That's fun.
it was a blast. It was really fun. It was really great learning about all those people dying.
I tried
It
on
was
so
fucking
many
awesome.
pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
That's the Holocaust Museum joke about what
It was really great learning about what a go-getter Adolf Hitler was.
Yeah.
If you follow your dreams.
He set his mind to it. Well, those
But
Jews.
they said that they let us walk into like one of the trains. They had like like train cars, not the locomotive. You can't go inside that, I don't think.
But the cars where they were
You had to get
transported.
I think my
trafficked?
chocolate's kicking in. But we had to walk in. We walked in, and they're like, "Imagine you're going here." I'm like, "Well, I'm not Jewish."
I got
They're like,
this foreskin.
they were like people. They weren't allowed to like pee and poop. Like, I mean, they didn't have anywhere to pee or poop. They
Yeah,
were
the
like
cattle
days
cars.
long.
That's the shitting corner, and
They're
that's
like-
the fucking corner.
Yeah.
Don't go near them.
Yeah, that's the poop and cum corner, and that's the pee corner.
The pee and squirting, which are the same thing. corner.
But apparently, people were like hooking up in the cars, and they told us about that. And I was like, I feel like I'm not old enough for you to be telling me this.
It's love.
Man,
And they're like,
really
makes
good.
it pretty hard
Is
right
that the
now.
one?
they're like, all right, mass graves time. You're like, oh shit.
It's two teenage Jewish kids that were kept apart because their parents would never let them go out or anything. Finally got put in the
They're like, thank God for the
concentration
Holocaust.
camp,
Yeah.
trained together. They're like, we're finally alone.
Thank God
wonder
for the concentration camp.
I wonder if
training.
there were any pedophiles just like taking advantage.
Yeah, there's no evidence. It's all up in the
I
ash.
feel like it's ripe for that sort of thing. Yeah.
Was this the one in D.C.?
That's the poop and cum corner. That's the pee corner. That's the diddling molesting corner.
Was it the one in D.C.?
It was in Dallas.
Oh yeah, Dallas.
they
has
had
one.
Dallas
I went to
one,
the
yeah.
actual
They
D.C. one.
franchised out like that. I
How's
thought
that?
DC was the
No,
other one.
that's the one where they're like, oh yeah, you're 14. Let us show you the absolute worst possible things that humanity has ever done in graphic detail with pictures and you know.
Yeah, I think you should see that and just how few people are in that. No, that's fucked up.
Yeah, you see, it's part of rounding class. in
Doesn't
math,
look like
we round
6
up
million to me.
Walking through all the exhibits, like really.
Yeah.
Really?
You
Yeah.
should put the Holocaust in when you learn about integers and
Boy,
fractions.
nice
Around
Photoshop skills.
it. That's AI.
Yeah.
This is just like the moon landing. Bullshit.
So you should take this opportunity of being a newlywed to say we've decided not to have kids, because I love when I hear people say that. You know, but everybody's gonna bother you as soon as you get married. When are you guys gonna have kids?
We
And then you
haven't
get-
decided not to have kids.
I know, but you should just say it because it feels good. People freak out when you do that. They're like, "What? Be miserable like us. We fucked our life up. What's wrong with you?
I think that whenever you get married and
Well,
you have kids and you're like late 30s and 40s, they should be called late-term children.
I could just tell her. I could just tell people like, okay, she really wants to have a baby, and I really don't want to have a baby. So we're having a game to see who can make which one happen.
Yeah.
It's like a Tom and Jerry, but with
It's called Earn
but
It,
with
bitch.
jizz. Tom and Jizzy.
Just imagine Tom and Jerry with jizz.
Cat
It's
and mouse.
exactly
It's
like
a game
that.
of cat and mouse,
Yeah.
but the mouse is my penis.
Yeah.
I say that every time one of my kids fucks up. I'm like, well, we've decided.
I'm getting
not to
really
have
good at
kids.
bench press because I have to like fucking shove her off me. I don't know.
I always would, whenever the kids would fuck
I have
up
to check
when they,
under the bed for a turkey baster.
An egg.
Hey.
Mexican egg.
she's like sticking it down the drain, like sucking all the cum out of the drain.
That would be fun.
It's like a
just,
reverse Pepe Le Pew.
Just may the best man win,
Yeah.
and it's just like
Yeah.
it's a
Have
good
you seen
idea.
the porn of the guy getting slurped off on the side of the bed? He's like sleeping on his side right next to the edge of the bed, and the girl comes up and slurps him off. That's awesome.
Slurps
He
him
doesn't have
off?
to do anything. It's minimal
There's
effort.
never been a grosser term than slurps him
Slurped
off.
You're not trying to get slurped,
Slurped
off?
him off.
Hell yeah.
He got slurped off. I was like, oh, really? Fuck yeah.
Is that the
man.
same thing as a blowjob, or is there? Is that
No,
a
I mean
different
that's
term?
how I like it. I want it messy, and I want it to completion.
She's
So
sucking
you
him
get
off
slurped
while
all
he's
the way
asleep.
off.
I'm hard as a diamond. I need a slurp.
I just looked up slurp off on Urban Dictionary.
I feel like the only
Similar to a blowjob, getting slurped off involved using one's tongue being stuffed down the receiver's dick hole and proceeding to lick slurp around the testicles. The act of slurping off is illegal in 51 states.
Hell yeah.
the slurp off.
Slurped off that hooba stank.
What? Wait. Go back. A derogatory phrase often used to insult one's intelligence. That could also be used to refer to a higher intelligence.
Man, he be
What?
slurped off that hooba stank.
That dude is slurped off.
What
That
intelligence
hooba
of a
stank.
woman are you going to insult?
Yeah.
That is not real.
That's
That's,
Hooba stank is not allowed to be part of anything. That's
Yeah.
not fair.
I thought it said
I think we should
hobo
memory
stank.
hole hooba
I-
stank.
Yeah, I
Not
think we
a
should,
perfect purity.
I
Oh,
want to know
God.
what the disease is called when you have 3 dicks.
That song is
What are
beautiful.
we going to call it?
Lou Gehrig's
Calm
disease
down.
too.
Electric
Lou
Boogaloo.
Gehrig's tripod.
It's called an Arnold Palmer.
It's called.
Par 3.
Poor Arnold Palmer.
Speaking
man.
of Arnold Palmer, did you have that on your list that Trump just like started talking about how big Arnold Palmer's dick was for
Yeah.
like a couple minutes?
He's
in one of
got
his
the
rallies?
biggest cock, the
Yeah.
second biggest cock in
Yeah.
America, after me. Everyone knows.
Because we have a friend who always orders that whenever we go out, and the waitress is gonna be like, because he always tries to engage the girl and go, "Do you know what an Arnold Palmer is?" And now she's gonna be like, "He's a fucking big dick dude." Yeah.
The guy with the huge cock.
Everybody
yeah.
knows.
everyone
Trump
knows.
talked about it.
was
He's like,
talking
"Oh, I
about
want
him.
that down my throat. I want to slurp an Arnold
Yeah.
Palmer off."
God, I just want to slurp Arnold Palmer off. I can't say that word very good.
Slurp off. I think that's gonna be my new thing that I call. Dude, I got slurped off last night. Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
got smurfed.
Oh yeah. Slurp it off. The
Gina Carano won something again. The latest attempt to stall the trial over the Mandalorian firing. It's sex discrimination now, they're saying.
Yeah, she's gonna slurp off that lawsuit, man. She's gonna slurp off Disney, slurp off some Disney money. Yeah, so it's actually pretty interesting. Disney, like, they keep trying to do all their giant corporation lawyer tricks, and the judge is like, no, you
the
can't do
truth
this.
is the truth.
Yeah.
You fucking fired her because you're dumb.
Again, there's no way that she's going to win when it actually comes down to it, but it's just funny that they're forcing them to a trial on it.
The good will out. She's
Yeah.
she's the good person. She's gonna win eventually. The truth will find a way.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe she's just doing a stunt. She's a stunt lady. She's stunting. She's doing a publicity stunt
She's
the whole
stunting.
time. Yeah.
Stunting is a habit.
I was
do a
only
fine-
pretending to be retarded.
Yeah, doing a cool stunt.
Yeah.
Are you guys One Direction fans?
I heard about that kid.
Yeah, you know if you
Yeah.
fall off a balcony, there's only
This is One
Okay.
Direction.
One Direction.
All right, that's the podcast.
We made the joke.
I gotta go home, and I'm on mushrooms.
Well, he had a friend that fell off a balcony.
I mean, friend is
Yeah.
a very, very loose
Yeah.
term.
Yeah, he knows
Yeah,
a
especially
person.
now.
That's how we became friends.
That's how we became
Of the
friends.
Falling
yeah.
off the balcony,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. Let me put it this way:
Yeah.
I am much better friends with you than I ever was with this person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a drop for that joke you just made, and I didn't have it in front of me, but it's
Everybody screams.
The Pee Wee Herman's secret word.
Oh yeah,
Whenever they say the secret word in Pee Wee's Playhouse. Yeah.
They
So-
just said today they found pink cocaine in his system.
What the
Pink?
fuck is pink cocaine? I keep seeing that, and I'm like, is this a new
I
thing?
don't know.
That's
what's
cocaine mixed with blood and semen.
Got
It's
him.
called an Arnold Palmer.
What? It doesn't have cocaine in it.
It's a powdered mixture of drugs that typically does not a combination of other substances.
That
It
sounds
has
like
food
loser
coloring and
cocaine.
strawberry. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no cocaine
yeah.
in it.
If I had just dropped a darling of the music industry off of a balcony, I would have shoved some pink cocaine in his pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
They used to tell you when you're going to go do coke, they say, I'm going to go fuck the white bitch. But if there's pink cocaine, then, I mean, now you can fuck the pygmy? What is it? What's a pink bitch? I'm going to go fuck the pink bitch.
I'm going to go fuck Miss Piggy.
Oh man, are we going back to the Miss Piggy thing? I think we should spend a little time on Miss
Yeah,
Piggy.
I'm going to go fuck the pink pig bitch.
I think Kermit needs to spend a little time on Miss Piggy.
Wasn't
Piggy, I can't find your clitoris.
Pigs don't have them.
There's too
Pigs
much.
don't have them. Like, you can. Miss Piggy's so close to Yoda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's not too far? Yeah.
Yeah.
Making me come you or not?
You think when Miss Piggy comes, she goes, "Hi-ya!"
Kermy.
Oh,
So
I
they
don't know.
announced a sequel to The Passion of the Christ. Mel Gibson is doing it. It's called The Passive Aggression of the Christ. He's like, fine, I'll just hang here.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, I thought that one was funny. You texted me that.
Yeah, this might be better typed.
I want to hear my impression of feminist blood.
Yeah.
Hemoglobin. More like shemoglobin. Am I right, ladies?
What about a woman hole? Yeah, Diddy got accused of leading a gang rape of Bay Area women, which now it's a crime to say, yeah, that's right. But how do you lead a gang rape if you're not doing it? You just stand on the side, does the same thing he always does.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Who is that?
Diddy.
Oh.
P. Diddley.
Oh,
How do you
Diddy.
lead a gang rape? Come on, guys. Here we go. Gang raping.
Yeah.
I'm the marching leader.
Well, he's the guy in the group chat. It's like, hey, guys, we're going to meet.
He's the podcast organizer. 7 p.m. at Donnie's house. Texas pastor suggests executing a few women to end false rape accusations.
Dude, that is the perfect thing to say to make the entire like media screech and
Yeah.
scream.
Yeah.
I mean, I quit going to church, but
What was
come
it?
back.
Wait, I missed that. What
a
did?
Texas pastor suggests that executing a few women to end all the false rape accusations. Because the guys is
What denomination? I'm guessing Baptist.
It's got to be
What a
Baptist.
horrible church! And where exactly and when do they meet?
If it was Methodist, he'd be like,
Covenant Bible Church in
That's
Georgetown.
all
It's
Oh,
here.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh man.
Made a
Fuck yeah,
provocative
dude.
statement
We
during
could
a
head up there.
sermon
Yeah.
suggesting that executing women who commit sexual assault would be an effective deterrent to end the Me Too
Wait, who
movement.
commits
to
sexual
end
assault?
the Me Too movement. Didn't that end like 5 years ago?
Yeah, I mean, I think
Yeah.
they've done it. He looks like Matt Walsh. Look, he looks like that
Just looks like a cool guy.
conservative guy.
Cool
It's
proud
almost
guy.
like
That guy
if
looks
you
like
have
he
that look.
touches the youth group. All of them.
Yeah,
He's like, I just have a suggestion. I'm just throwing ideas against the wall.
Does
here.
that guy look like he's going to heaven? I don't want to go to heaven with that
No.
guy. He's scary.
No.
The rest may stand in fear. Nice. Speaking of women, next week we're going to have a presidential candidate on the show. Heath has actually been hired as their press secretary. It's Audrey Scott. It's a write-in candidate. We're going to try to get everybody to vote for Audrey Scott next week.
Ride in.
But we're going to debate her and ask her all the president questions and make some signs and put them in the yard. In this house, we believe Audrey Scott should be president.
I
'Cause
kind
it's
of
not
want
fair that they skipped white women.
to hear what the you can't just go straight from man to
Black girl.
black woman. It's
Yeah.
got to go man.
there's
woman,
a whole slippery
like,
slope we
yeah.
have to go down.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
It
you're
starts-
including
It starts
now-
at the top
yeah.
where things are good
We're
with a white
jumping.
man.
Yeah, the
and
country
then
can't
we get
go-
a black man.
Right.
And
We're
now-
jumping too many.
And then we need the white woman.
Yeah.
And then the other
Where did-
race
And then a
women.
white man
Yeah,
again for 50 or 60 years, and then
To balance
I would
it
like
out.
I'd like a woman
Where did
president,
the
but
Asians
like a
fit on your
dollar
slippery
store
slope, Tommy?
employee. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so he clearly states that America should follow the timeless principle that was in practice in ancient Israel, that if one to perjure themselves against another, they should suffer the penalty the accused would have received if they had been found guilty. So
I would like to see if his
Talk shit, get hit.
clothes are all 100% cotton. Because
I am unsure.
I was going to say
because he's
this guy-
referencing
yeah.
like the fucking Old Testament.
Yeah.
Yeah, is he living by all of the rules of the
Yeah.
Pentateuch,
Are we locking?
you know?
Are we locking our ladies in their period caves?
Yeah.
So no,
Huh?
no,
Yeah.
Josh, it's your kind of guy. He continues by saying that if
I mean, I already
people were
knew.
publicly executed in these United States for bearing false witness, Me Too would end real quick. All you have to do is publicly execute a few women who have lied.
Yeah.
Where I come from, there are consequences for women
Next
who
time my
lie.
hand
Why
flies
does he
on its
think
own.
that the
Yeah.
Me Too movement is still going on?
It's probably
Yeah.
because his Facebook is telling
Is
him.
this
that.
from like?
yeah.
He
Either
probably
of
still
these
thinks
women
they're
are-
they're making them wear
He's living.
masks.
He's
and-
living in brain rot.
Facebook is a
Jesus
time machine
Christ.
to 10 years ago.
Yeah,
You just
right.
open it and you, wow,
Oh.
10 years ago.
Ooh.
All right, we got some shout outs, guys. These are getting longer and longer because we're getting some more fans, which is great. But
I wish mine would get longer and longer.
eventually, we're gonna have
My
to
wiener.
put like just critics or
You might
credits
not.
at the
Are
I
you
took
trying
my
to get
shoes
me to
off.
jerk
Is
you
that
off
okay?
right now? Is that what's happening?
Will it make it longer?
I've got a technique.
I mean,
I've got a technique.
it's worth a shot.
You're gonna give this a go. Oh,
Everyone
man.
out.
Everyone. No, just kidding. Stay here. It's better that way.
Watch it.
Watch it.
We'll shout
Look
out
me
one
in the
guy because it
eyes.
leads into a good story. Shout out John Solo for listening. He works overnights at a gas station, which I used
Sorry,
to.
that is definitely our.
Yeah, that's our dudes.
That's
That's
our
our dudes.
demographic.
That's our
demographic.
That's
Yeah.
a Christian
Yeah.
pastor that wants women
Yeah.
to get executed.
He's like, fuck these guys. They don't want to kill bitches for lying.
I used to work overnight at a gas station at a Shell on Route 28 across from Dulles Airport, and you had to have the coffee full for the truck drivers at 5 a.m. every day. But otherwise, you just fuck off the whole time.
Yeah.
Nice.
I slept on the floor because I was working doubles at a restaurant all day, so I was working like 24 hours in a row.
So how does fucking off all day long differ from any other job that you've ever done?
I've been getting
That
paid
was-
more and more.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, that's a very, very
That was
important-
training for his
This is-
government
yeah,
job.
this
Yeah,
is
that's
like
a cut training for. Yeah.
This is a
Become-
$12 an hour fuck off all day.
Oh yeah, okay.
Getting old is just like trying to find ways at your job to like fuck off.
Yeah.
Like,
and get paid.
and no one can say shit about it.
Right.
The art, the subtle art.
I was in the bathroom for 7 minutes. That's the average time to poop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get one poop a day.
TTP.
that's
That's-
crazy.
There's a metric. It's
I
time
go in
to
there
poop.
for a
Time
half
to poop
hour.
TTP. Yeah,
Yeah.
Huh?
I go in there for a half hour.
Really?
Yeah.
dude.
If one of my coworkers went in the bathroom for a half hour, I would like.
They don't.
I'd be like, "What the fuck are you eating?"
Yeah, you have issues.
We have work
bro.
to do.
Yeah.
So I was working overnight at the gas station. I was on the floor asleep. I had a pillow and a jacket. as
You're
a
on the
blanket.
floor of a gas station.
Yeah, behind the counter.
That's not any cleaner than any other part of the floor.
Yes, it is.
I cleaned the
You
floors.
think it's cleaner?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had the mop. I was in charge of
You
the
eat off
cleanliness.
those floors.
It's my gas station.
We're gonna go to a
The
fucking
place where
gas
I
station
slept
after
was the
this.
They're
cleanest.
going to eat off the floors. You know what
And
that's
we're-
called?
What's that?
An Arnold Palmer.
I knew I was going to sleep there, so I cleaned it up pretty nice. But speaking of Donnie's slippery slope, an Asian woman came in and asked me to pump her gas because I think she
Whoa!
was from-
You can't call an Asian lady a slippery
I
slope.
didn't say that. Donnie said
That
it.
is fucked up.
I'm saying Donnie said it.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
She was moist. She was excited. She was a slippery. She came in and asked me to pump her gas, which we don't. That only happens in New Jersey. There's
Yeah.
some Goomba shit.
Oregon too.
Okay, where you can't pump your own shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude, I accidentally stopped at a full service like I was just like the middle of the night. I was driving through Alabama, and it's the middle of the night and it's snowing, and I stopped at this gas station. I was just gonna like use my card, and I get out and there's just a dude standing there. He's like, "Fill up." I'm like, "What the fuck?
bend
You work
over,
here?"
Turn around and grab your haunches.
He's like, I just wanted to be asleep behind the counter, but then you pulled up to the full service.
He's like,
part.
"There's a full service
God damn
gas
it.
station." And I was like, "All right, so you suck me off or what?" No.
You
All
slurped
right.
me off or what?
No, the Asian lady said, you pump gas. And I was like, no, I don't. You pump. It says self-serve up there.
Yeah.
This is a self-service station. She didn't know how to do it. She was like, I don't know. Like, you've only ever been to China and New Jersey? Why don't you know how to pump gas?
Maybe.
So I went out and showed her. I was like, it's all in the hips now. Look here, honey. I showed her how to pump gas, and maybe she learned for life how to do it. But she definitely did call the gas station the next day and say the guy was asleep behind the counter
What a cunt.
with a pillow and a blanket.
Man.
and then his boss was
Yeah,
a
that's when I
friend of
worked
ours, and that friend of ours that we were talking about earlier had to fire Josh,
Yeah.
who was his friend.
Really?
Yeah.
He was like,
Oh,
I
wait,
heard you
that
had a
guy's from
pillow
Virginia,
and a
too.
blanket. And I was like,
Yeah.
that's bullshit. I had a pillow
So
and a
Josh
jacket.
brought this person into your life.
Yeah, it's all Josh's fault. Josh cursed me.
Start Asian hate.
When I go bad, then
Yeah.
you can also claim that
Yeah.
Josh brought me into your life.
Well, you haven't pulled any girl shit yet, but when you do, we'll see what happens.
Gotcha. I'm trying to
I have a
think of-
baseball bat over there. For
I've been
those
noticing
kind of
that.
things
I've been
lately.
noticing
Yeah,
that baseball
yeah.
bat.
There
There are a lot of people. There are a lot of people whose face should have had my baseball bat's name on them.
You didn't come over here and podcast when you were full rickets.
Yeah.
You got your skin period and wouldn't.
That's not
podcast
true.
like
I
I'm
still
like-
have it, man.
Oh, okay.
I still have it.
Yeah.
You put me
yeah.
on the couch
Jesus
next
Christ.
to him.
You want me to jerk you
Hold
off,
on,
man?
just stop. I'm
You want
on
an Arnold
mushrooms.
Palmer?
Freaking me out. I gotta go
that
home. Setting.
that was an update.
I'm laughing,
Yeah,
but
that-
I'm scared.
It's not contagious, man. Did you have chicken pox? You're probably too young, right?
Jesus Christ, you're scared. No, no, I had chicken pox. I don't remember it though.
I had a
My
Mexican
mom
dude tell
told
me
me
he
I
had
had
shingles.
chicken pox.
Yeah. But you don't remember having it because it's fucking gnarly. Chicken
Yeah, I
pox
was little.
sucks.
My sister got shingles a few months ago, but it was like inside her mouth and her ears and shit.
Yeah, that happened.
That's my
Yeah.
bad.
She got inside shingles.
Yeah.
Josh gave her an Arnold Palmer.
internal shingles.
So yeah, that was the update that we should have done at the beginning of the episode. Was that Chris had shingles?
Yeah.
Oh,
Chris-
you're welcome, by the way.
Yeah. I heard you all talked about it and that
Strong.
you had
yeah,
We
he
shall
was-
overcome.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
like
Beat
Chris.
shingles.
Chris got bit by a spider. I was like,
Yeah.
he didn't get bit by a spider.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was one
Spider
of the ones
bites
I
are
had-
almost never spider bites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Dude,
like,
it was
did he see?
huge.
Did he see the spider bite him? He was like, no. I was like, then it's probably not a spider bite.
Yeah.
I was just trying to make you look at
He
Chris's
knew.
nipple
Yeah.
picture.
Yeah. Did you show him the picture? Yeah.
I'm a genius.
Sorry.
I'm
Sorry.
a genius and a doctor.
Sorry you had to see that. It
We're all
was-
done.
I deserve to get
Dr.
slurped
Heath.
Okay,
off.
I'll do it.
No,
We're
not until you
celebrating,
healed up.
My neighbor listens, and I was telling these guys last week, all he talks about every time I see him, he's like, so you jerk off a lot last week? All you talk about is jerking off all the time, talking about jerking off. I'm like, God damn it, man.
We only talk about jerking off for an hour.
Yeah.
This is season
Donnie,
3.
during-
Now we talk about slurping off.
That's
Right,
right.
Yeah.
slurped
We're
off.
slurping off
right.
now.
We're slurping now,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode, but then we're going to switch over to streaming. So
Nice.
All right.
Donnie looks like a werewolf.
I'm going to stream poop out of my butt in your bathroom. I'll be
Red
fine in a
penis.
minute.
Stream.
that's the season
I really
premiere,
hope it doesn't come out
everybody.
like that.
Oh yeah, you have to come back and give everybody your old-fashioned recipe.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll tell it to you right now. It's some amount of bourbon, some amount of simple syrup, some
Put it in
amount.
an Nalgene and bring it to Donnie's.
Yeah, some amount of
Cocktail
bitters.
bitters, yeah.
And then I'd put like a drop or two of orange extract when I make it in bulk like that. But if I'm making a single one, I just rub a orange peel around it and throw a cherry in it if I have a cherry.
That's old fashioned.
Yeah.
That's how you. This is how you make a regular old fashioned.
I know that's. I was never claiming it was anything special. I was always.
Dude, why are you coming up here and be like, I'll go to this special old fashioned recipe?
It's called the Never Seen Star Wars Old Fashioned.
And it's
No
just
one
a
has ever
regular.
done
It's
that.
just a reg. They've been making it since the 20s.
I don't know who Wolverine is, old fashioned.
We're not recording anymore, are we?
No, we're still recording.
Oh,
Fired
fuck
a
yes,
bunch of
we're
China.
done.
Chinamen,
I was
old
trying
fashioned.
to end the episode. So
He hooks up with his wife. I'm gonna do a special thing. She's like, we're just fucking.
We're just fucking. And
What's
trust me, it's
cool about
never been
this?
special.
Dude, check this out. Oh, I call it missionary.
penis in vagina sex.
Yeah.
But hey, thanks. That's the episode. Thanks for listening. Check us out. We stream also on YouTube, God Awful Entertainment. We stream on Twitch. I think it's God Awful Entertainment or INT on Twitch.
We have a cryptocurrency now. It's called Felch Coin.
Yeah.
Hashtag eat my ass.
I
Put it
call
in the
this-
promo code.
Slurped off.
I call this move missionary, no eye contact.
Bye.